I studied Alex Hormozi's $100 million YouTube empire, and these are his best performing hooks. So we'll go to Hormozi's channel, sort out by the most popular, and open the third most video first. So this video is titled 13 Years of Brutally Honest Business Advice in 90 Minutes. Let's see how the hook is.
I've been in business for 13 years. I've sold 9 companies. My last company I sold for $46.2 million. I own acquisition.com, which right now does about $17 million a month across our portfolio. I'm going to compress 13 years of brutal business truths and lessons into this one video. Brutal business truth.
Okay, so let's break down this hook first. So first of all, he is selling the click. So the video starts with something like,
I've been in business for 13 years. I've sold 9 companies.
so as the title says, 13 years of brutally honest business advice in 90 minutes. The first sentence of the video, I've been in business for 13 years, justifying the click. Secondly, he's going on justifying the click by establishing his credibility there, talking about how he sold his company, how he have built all his assets and all that stuff. And then
My last company I sold for $46.2 million. I own acquisition.com, which right now does about $17 million a month across our portfolio. I'm going to compress 13 years of brutal business truths and lessons into this one video.
And then at around the 12-second, 13 seconds mark, around the 9-second mark, he exactly delivers what his title is, like 13 years of brutally honest business advice in 90 minutes. And around the 12 seconds, 13 seconds mark, he goes straight into the content. Now, one problem with this is like people are so much fatigued with hearing fake gurus talking about their own achievements and all that stuff. Is like whenever he's talking about his own credentials in the I have done this format, I don't know if this has happened, but chances are, if people didn't know him, chances are that many people might have dropped off in the first 10 to 12 seconds. So, if I would have had to rewrite his hook, what I would have done is, instead of directly going into that I have done this, I have done that format, I would have penned the hook into something like this. After selling my company for $500,000, owning a company called acquisition.com, and being in the online marketing space for over 13 years, these are some brutally honest truths which I wish I knew earlier. And then move straight into the content. Why I feel this would have worked better is that instead of going through the I have done this, I have done that route, this is more of just sharing my story in a way where I'm also establishing my credibility. I'm also justifying the title that I have been in the business for over 13 years. I am also telling them that yes, you should listen to me. At the same time, I am showcasing empathy, that this is some brutally honest truths that I wish I knew earlier. And then I'm jumping into the content. Now, people are not getting offended or not getting pissed off by hearing your accomplishments. Rather, they are starting to see you as an authority, and now they're more keen to listen of what mistakes you had done and what advice you would have known, and what advice would have been really great for you if you had known earlier, so that they can implement for themselves. By the way, if you're a coach, consultant, SMMA owner, or service provider who's not generating enough book calls from your YouTube channel, who's not generating sales through your YouTube channel, and would like us to actually audit you or maybe even roast your channel with your consent and give you actionable tips on how you can increase your conversion rate through your YouTube channel exponentially, feel free to book a call from the link in the description below. So let's move on to his second most popular video and break down the hook for that one. So this video is titled, If I Wanted to Become a Millionaire in 2024, This is What I Do, Full Blueprint. Now let me remind you, this is a video that he had created once he was already successful, and if you're just starting out and you don't have any social proof, if you're not done it, such kind of clickbaity titles might not work for you. But you can obviously swap some things here and there and talk about results that you have already had, that you have already achieved, and that might work for you just fine. So let's see how he sells it.
This is the blueprint to becoming a millionaire, and I'm...
Whoa. So he starts off with chaos, like breaking patterns, like when if people are used to watching just boring videos, the moment this starts, people will just like get on their knees and just see what's happening here with the loud music and so much action going on,
I'm going to
jerky
walk
movements.
you through the levels to becoming one. Level 1 is the fundamentals of wealth creation, and we're going to start with, what even is a millionaire?
Whoa. 12 seconds in. This is so powerful. So we'll just go through the hook again.
This is the blueprint to becoming a millionaire, and I'm going to walk you through the levels to becoming one. Level 1 is the fundamentals of wealth creation, and we're going to start with what even is a millionaire?
So what he does here is he jumps straight into the point. 12 seconds in, he has already started his main content. So let's reverse engineer this first. So the title is based upon a dream outcome, becoming a millionaire, and it's being said by someone who has generated over hundreds of millions of dollars online. So he has the authority, and he's talking about giving a full blueprint. So basically, he's talking about giving a roadmap or a blueprint of how he would have become a millionaire if he started in 2024, and how his viewers can also adopt the same method following him. And what he does is he immediately does a pattern interrupt by breaking the boxes, burging in inside. It feels like a jerky movie, and if people are just watching some educational videos, some boring educational videos, once they see that, they will be instantly hooked, and they will be completely on their knees of, okay, what's happening. Their pupils will get dilated, and the attention will be immediately here inside this video. And then what he does is he justifies the click by saying that this is the blueprint to become a millionaire, and he goes straight into the content by saying that this is the first step, and he starts off right away. Now, why is this so powerful? This is so powerful because most of the videos lose about 60 to 70% of their viewers in the first 30 seconds. So whatever title has made the person to click on your video, if you're not justifying the click within the first 30 seconds, you're losing about 60 to 70% of the viewers already. And no matter how good your content is, if your viewers are not going past the first 30 seconds, they won't ever know how good you are with your content, how good you are in your field of expertise. And furthermore, you will not be getting any book calls, you will not be getting any customers, you will not be getting any sales for your digital products, and so on. In fact, 99% of people creating content on YouTube or in any of the platforms have a retention curve that looks like this, where you can see that there's a steep line coming downwards where people are losing most of their viewers. Now, why this is very powerful is that Alex Hormozi is going straight into the main content. He's going into the juiciest part within the first 9 to 10 seconds itself. So even if people started falling out just after clicking the video, by the first 9 to 10 seconds, he has already hooked the customer, and he has already gone into the main stuff which people are now interested in. So as a result of which, instead of losing like 60 to 70% of viewers within the first 30 seconds, he might now be losing just like 20 to 30% of the viewers, or even less. I don't know, but I feel that's going to be the numbers that's going on there. Now let's understand how you can use such a title and such a hook for your videos. So what we can do here is, like, this is basically the title format is, if I wanted to dream outcome in year, this is what I do, full blueprint or full course. So for example, if I wanted to lose 10 pounds of fat in the next 90 days, this is what I do, full blueprint. Or for example, if I wanted to convince the love of my life to marry me by the next 60 days, this is what I do, full blueprint. Things like that, And how you can use a hook like this? Well, either you can use some sort of a chaotic pattern interrupt, like something that he's doing. You can maybe just introduce some movements that's going to bring the viewers' attention back into the video, and also make them curious that what you have to offer. Or what you can simply do, if you want to just keep it simple, is you can just start off with high energy, and you can just repeat the exact title that you have said. So for example, if you don't want to do all this chaotic stuff and all that stuff, you can just say that if I wanted to become a millionaire in 2024, this is the exact blueprint that I will follow. Step number 1, da 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 da. Bam, you are inside the video, people are hooked, you have got high energy into the hook, and now you can start by providing value inside your content and building up your authority. By the way, let me know how you are finding these breakdowns, and whose videos should I break down next. And now to dissect the hook of his most viral, most popular, his highest performing video ever.
You guys want to hear something completely insane? Yes? Okay. You're going to have to hear it anyways. I was able to...
So right off the back, he's starting with a curiosity driven hook. You guys want to hear something completely insane? everybody is hooked. Everybody wants to hear what he has to say right now, and he's just 4 seconds into the video, but yeah, this is already a great hook.
Take home more in a year than the CEOs of McDonald's, IKEA, Ford, Motorola, and Yahoo combined as a kid in his 20s for over half a decade.
So what he does is genius here. First, he starts off with saying that you guys want to hear something completely insane that immediately hooks people and that immediately raises the stakes of the video there. And then what he does is he justifies the hook by establishing his credibility and also increasing curiosity in the minds of his viewer. Like, he's now saying that I was able to take home in more than a year than the CEOs of McDonald's, IKEA, Ford, Motorola, and Yahoo combined as a kid in his 20s for over half a decade. Now, this is something totally extraordinary, totally bizarre, totally like unfathomable to a normal mind. And now the viewers are completely hooked as to what he has to say. We'll dive in a few more seconds into the video, and by the way, this is just 16 seconds in and people are already intrigued as to what he has to offer. Now let's talk about the congruence of the title with the hook. Now the title is something that just intrigued the viewer initially, and by the first 16 seconds he actually sold the viewer the value of the click. So he justified the click by sharing his own story, saying that how much money he himself has made over the years, and also using big names like McDonald's, IKEA, Ford, Motorola, and Yahoo to actually give them a realistic scenario to listen to him even more. Now let's see if he goes into the main content from here or he continues anything with the hook. I feel now he's just going to dive into whatever content he has to offer.
There you go.
The crowd is sold already over here.
Which resulted in $200 million in
And he's now
portfolio
increasing the
revenue as of
stakes even
today.
more.
We crossed $100 million by age 33. And to be honest, no one's more surprised than I am about this outcome. And so me expressing this will create envy in some people. It will create anger in others, skepticism in most.
This is lovely. He's talking about what's going on in the customers' minds, what's going on in the viewers' minds, what's going on in the people's minds who are already present in that room right now. He's literally speaking their mind out, which not only makes him more relatable to these people, but also these people are now able to remove the barriers of trust that they have with this guy, because now this people are feeling that okay, this guy is someone who is actually understanding me, actually realizing what's going through my mind, and yeah, I think I should listen to him a bit more.
Confusion in old people and inspire a select few. And so the select few, you are who I'm making this for. Everyone else, you can chill.
And then he again validates people their click. He's talking about an elite group of people who are actually going to be inspired by hearing his story and who will actually be taking action. And this is a very cunning way of also filtering people who would actually be encountering the other kinds of emotions, because ultimately moving forward, that's not going to be his target market. Somebody who's going to be jealous of him, somebody who's going to be like confused whether this is even possible or not. This is not something that he would like to work with in the future, so he's disqualifying them. And even the people who are watching this video, if they feel those kinds of emotions, they will just drop off by this point, and only the serious viewers will be staying.
But you are the people that I'm making this for. Let's go back. There we go. So, who wants to hear about some stuff that can shortcut their path to...
Yep, now he dives straight into his material. So let's reverse engineer what's going on here. First, let's reverse engineer the title. So the title says, how to get so rich you question the meaning of making money. So what is this framework? So the basic framework here is how to dream outcome, you question the basic concept. So for example, if you are in the fitness niche, your headline here would be how to get so jacked, or maybe if you like people want six-pack abs, your headline can be like how to get so visible abs you question the meaning of diets and working out. Can you see that? That's a powerful title. So now similarly, like if you're maybe teaching someone how to cook pasta in a different way, or maybe like you're teaching someone how to create digital art in the best way possible. So what you can do is, like, for example, let's take this scenario of pasta. So for example, your headline can be like, how to cook pasta so good it makes Italian grandmas jealous. So can you see the kind of scenarios that we are putting here? Or maybe, like, if we are taking the digital art case, then um, how to make digital art so good people just can't stop buying from you. You're giving them a contrast of how you can get to the dream outcome in such a good way, so that other things start happening around you, like other things in contrary to that starts happening around you. So if you want to reverse engineer the hook, this can be something like, you guys want to hear something completely insane. I was able to generate, maybe for example, let's take the scenario for the fitness coach who is helping people to get six-pack abs. So for him, the hook can be something like, you guys want to hear something completely insane? I was able to get six-pack abs in my early 20s that was even more visible than Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronnie Coleman, or the last five Mr. Olympias combined. Or let's take the example of the cooking space. There it can be something like, you guys want to hear something completely insane? I was able to hit a score in a cooking competition that was more than the scores of five-star chef competitors combined. So what you're doing here is, you're first of all raising the stakes, and then you are selling the click, justifying the title, and making them want to listen to you even more. By the way, we have opened up spots for three more clients to work one on one with us. So, if you're someone who wouldn't like to figure all this out by yourself and waste months and years of your time, or if you're someone already having a YouTube channel but you're not able to attract the right kinds of viewers, you're not able to generate revenue from your channel in the way that you want, then feel free to book a call with us. If there's a call booking link in the description below or in the pinned comments, feel free to book a call with us. If you're a right fit, me or any of my team members will get on a call with you, and if things work out, then we can take things further. And if you are seeing this at a point when we are not able to take any more clients, then you might find a link to join our wait list, and we will inform you whenever we are open for new clients first. By the way, I have decoded the exact YouTube funnel that's helping entrepreneurs like William Brown, Sunny Lenarduzzi, Ed Lawrence, Tom Nosky, Tom Youngs, and so many other people generate hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month just by using YouTube. So feel free to check that complete breakdown here.